Hey besties, it's Rosie. Besties, today I'm getting the message that there is a love situation in your life that you are kind of reclaiming your own sense of balance and justice from. So, bestie, I'm not really sure what form this is going to take shape. Let's get some more information. Okay, bestie, we are talking about a lover boy here, okay? This is a King of Cups in the Lovers and strength to come out and designate this person. So you've got someone coming in for you that is a true lover. The last of the romantics. One of them has been saved for you. Congratulations, Spirit. What do you want us to know about this man? Okay, bestie, I'm getting like a background story. I'm getting a background story that you've kind of been waiting on someone, but like the ceiling on how long that you're willing to wait on this situation, you've pretty much reached it. And so now you're kind of like, all right, I've given enough time to that bullshit. It's not going anywhere. So I'm going to, turn my eyes to the horizons and see what else is out there. And I see that since that situation has timed out and you finally released it, you are being given a new player is entering the chat. Hold on one second. I dropped a card. The card that I dropped is the Three of Swords. Yeah, bestie, you're freaking done with it. You're laying down this heartbreak. You're like, all right, I'm actually breaking my own heart in this situation by hanging on and waiting for something that is moving like at a freaking snail's pace. Like, I am so tired of waiting on this thing that like may not even ever materialize. You could wait on it for the next 10 years and it still might not ever happen. And you're like, that's just like a gamble that I'm not willing to take anymore. Six of Wands, girl. You're just like, I'm ready for something to go right. I'm ready for a victory in this situation. So clearly if this is how they move, like I've had enough of that. Like, let's see what's somebody else got going on. Okay, bestie. All right, hell yeah. Six of Swords, Three of Cups. At this point, you are even willing to accept like a friendship from somebody else who is just actually like moving in the same direction as you, because this situation you've been dealing with just feels like it's not really moving at all and you've had enough. Bestie, I'm seeing that this could start as friendship, but it will develop into more. So we got the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups, okay? Okay. I have a feeling that this is about to get crazy. Spirit, what's going on? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, bestie. So this new person coming in, one, it's going to give you a new perspective on that old love situation that you were waiting on. You're probably going to be like, why the heck was I so hung up on that? When I was getting crumbs. I was getting less than crumbs. I was getting the grease that's left on the napkin when someone else is eating the piece of cake. Like, why was I like so hung up over that? Like, why was I like putting all of my manifestation energy into that thing working out when this, like, I could have had this the whole time? Like, that's crazy town. So bestie. And I'm also getting another message that as that is happening, let's see. I'm seeing the number 2. Okay. I see what's happening. All right. So this freaking person that you've been waiting on, when they see you with this other person, when they see, like, they might not even know that this other person is in the building. Okay. But they will just know from the change in your energy, because you're no longer waiting on them. They're going to be like, like, what's going on there? And I feel like that's going to cause a shift for them. So bestie, is there going to be a bidding war here? Or is this person finally, I'm getting the phrase, they're going to show their ass. So they might just show you like why that was like something that you never actually wanted to work out in the first place anyway. Like, maybe however they handle this shift in your energy will show you that like they're not really the person that could have gone the distance with you anyway. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles in the Star. Bestie, I'm getting that this person, even if they might be on the healing journey, and maybe that's what attracted you to them in the first place, you thought you were both on this healing journey, I don't think that they're really one, going at the same pace of you, and two, actually have like the same end goal as you. Like, I'm getting the Star and the Hierophant. Like, bestie, you might have thought that this person wanted to like go the distance and become like, you know, their best possible version of self, embody like their highest self. And I don't really know that this person wants all that. You know, they might want to heal, but maybe it's some lower level of healing. Maybe they just want to, you know, get like one rung up from what their family did, or, you know, they're not trying to get like too far away. And I'm seeing that this other person is a little more aligned with your ultimate objective. It was 444 on the timer when I said that. Spirit, what else? Okay, bestie. So I'm getting that this energy that's coming in right now it might have an impact on how you have set up your independence. So in whatever ways that your stability has been structured right now, I'm seeing this Tower energy coming in. So I pulled the Nine of Pentacles, which is like your stable independence, the Tower, which is something breaking apart, and then underneath of that is the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So bestie, this might require a system overhaul. You know, the ways that you have been doing things, you might have to kind of, you know, let this tower hit, take it down to the ground floor and rebuild from there. Because the thing that you were building, I'm seeing like probably wasn't actually going to go the distance anyway. It was something that there was like a ceiling on eventually, that you would have gotten to the ceiling and been like, what? Like, what the F? Like, this isn't, I thought that this was like infinite and there's like a ceiling here and I don't see a way around the ceiling. So bestie, you might be frustrated when this happens, but just know that this was probably inevitable, okay? And you were probably going to get to this ceiling further down the road, and then you would have had to do the same thing. Like, this was inevitable, because if this thing never could have gone the distance, you always would have had to cut it out. There always would have been this tower moment where you had to just completely like level it and start from the ground here. Oh, interesting. Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands. Okay, bestie. Spirit, what else? Okay, as I'm shuffling, I'm like running out of cards. Like, I'm using a lot of the cards in the deck, and that's kind of what I'm getting. Like, you've played all the hands you can play in this situation. Nine of Wands. Yeah, like you've done like the extent, you know, you've done everything that you know how to do in this situation. Everything that was within your control, you did it. But now the rest of it is just kind of like out of your hands, and you're like, bro, I don't know like what else to do in this situation. Like, I've done everything that I can do. The rest is just up to another person, and that other person just like really, I'm not impressed by what they're bringing to the table. So what are my options here? Spirit, what are the options here? Okay, so I now have to take the entire deck of cards and put them back together, put everything facing the right direction, because some of the cards are flipped around, and reshuffle. So that's what you're being asked to do. Take all the cards, call back all that energy you've put into this bullshit situation, call it back into you, reorder it, and start afresh. Spirit, what should we do? Bestie, I'm kind of getting this energy of don't get too ahead of yourself, okay? What I just said, follow that directive, and from there will probably be more guidance. But if you're thinking too many steps ahead, that's just like your fear of this situation, you know, coming apart, like trying to dictate your next moves, and that might not always be wise. You know, you don't need to plan your next 10 steps. You just need to plan like your next 2 steps. So start there. Start planning your next 2 steps, and from there, more will become clear. Yeah, bestie. This is a time for planning and healing, okay? I got the Two of Swords and the Four of Swords. So this is a time where you need to go within, and you just need to heal this part of you. You know, sit with whatever disappointment you have at the current state of affairs in this situation, and from there, more will be revealed to you, okay? Don't get too ahead of yourself, which is annoying because we all want answers. We all want, like, the outcome to be very clear to us. But right now, it's not going to be. But do know that Spirit is working behind the scenes for you, okay? This is to bring you justice. This is not to punish you. This is not to take away something that you really wanted, that, you know, was for you, and now it's being taken. Like, that's not what's happening here, okay? When we start out on things, we don't always know how they're going to end. A lot of it is just kind of a gamble. And the further we get down the road, then we have a clearer picture of what's going on. And we're getting a clearer picture of what's going on here. And it's not great, bestie. So the universe is trying to upgrade you, okay? So just let the upgrade happen. Feel your feelings about the fact that this is happening at all. But please let Spirit upgrade you, because I do see that like a giant upgrade is coming in for you, okay? The thing that you were able to identify in the situation that you really want is going to come to you, but it's likely just going to come in the form of another person, and that's okay. All right? Sit with that, feel your feelings, be gentle on yourself, and above all, take care of yourself, okay? I love you.